Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Monday.
Monday.
We're on normal time now. I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. I like this stuff.
You survived time change.
Yeah, I was up pretty early.
I say this feeling of this time change is nicer until you get to about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's
Yeah,
hello.
but I can just go upstairs.
Yeah, but we can't. The rest of us are, hello, darkness, my old friend. Like it's this time of year.
Just work harder in the morning and then take an hour off. That's what I think.
Some people don't have the benefit of working for themselves, Tim. Some people work for the man or the woman,
Well.
and they have to stay.
Pros and cons.
Yes,
Pros and cons, John.
yes.
So as you can see, everybody, we have John the Voice in this morning. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Skipper.
Skipper here. I'm skipping over to Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy, Matt. And Nikki G over there in the producer's chair.
Ahoy, the skipper.
Ahoy to you all. God, this Skipper. I don't know. I'm never going to get used to that, but I'll pretend I am.
I'll pretend like you're a friend like you're on board with
You
it.
guys haven't called me anything for 186
The
episodes.
shoe is now on the other foot, as one would say. Boss man Matt.
Well, it is a happy Monday, so I hope everybody had a great weekend. We were just talking before we went on air how much of a good weekend it was.
Absolutely.
If you're an Iowa fan, it was a good weekend. Mm-hmm. The Hawkeye football team completely dominated
Destroyed.
what I thought was a better Wisconsin team, but apparently not. Or we're just clicking on all cylinders finally.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure we can get.
Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you,
Thank
Willie.
you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. So yeah, we had an Iowa game. Did you get to go to the game or did you just watch it?
So here's
I knew there was going to be a
there is always a story. So I have been to a bunch of Iowa games in the last few years, and some of these big ones and night games. First of all, night games at Kinnick are just special.
They are.
They're just an amazing opportunity, and they're fun and they're awesome. And so I've been to several. I've been to some that we have won, and I've been to some that we have lost. Yep. The night games specifically, I've been to more, unfortunately, that we have lost, dating back to like Penn State in like 17 with Saquon Barkley, which, by the way, did you see the play that he jumped over that guy backwards yesterday?
I didn't see that, but he's put some spark back into that team.
Oh,
I
my
think.
word,
Again,
yeah.
I'm not a big pro.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. But anyway, so I got tickets to I was given tickets to the game, and during the week I had been fighting just some sickness and whatever else. But I thought, well, maybe I'll get it to go out there. And then I looked at my weekend and I was like, okay. I'm like, if I go I'm going to be going out pheasant hunting all day on Saturday, which, by the way, that was a good time. Knocked down some birds, had some delicious food. It was awesome. But then I had to travel down to Missouri yesterday to ref my first college basketball game.
Very good.
There, so that was exciting. And I was just like, okay, I was already just exhausted from being out in the fields all day and whatever else. And I was like, okay, here, I called my brother. We were talking. I said, I still got enough time to shower and go to the game. He says, you know what's going to happen if you go to the game, right? I said, what's that? He says, if you go to the game, they're going to play like terrible. It's going to rain even harder than what it's forecasted. Exactly. You're going to get more sick and they're going to lose. He said, or if you stay home in your toasty warm man cave in your garage, they're going to put a beat down on Wisconsin, and you're going to be like, man, I wish I had been there. Because I had tickets to the Ohio State game some years ago. You remember this? When Ohio State was ranked really high.
I'll tell you a story about that.
And we beat the shit out of them. And I gave up the tickets to the game because I'm like, we're going to get boat raced. It's going to be terrible. And I sat at home like, oh, this is terrible. I'm sorry, this is a long story, I know. The point is that I stayed home and watched the game from the comfort of my garage, smoked a cigar, marinated some pheasant and whatever else, and watched an absolute beatdown, and it was glorious to do so. And my brother texted me like halfway through the game, I just want to say thank you for your sacrifice.
I'm not going to thank you for not going to the game.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, it's fine because I'm 1-1 this year. I went to the Iowa State game, which, by the way, we saw that they lost there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, and then I was at the Washington game where they put the thumping on them later as the game started, but they didn't look like it from the jump. But I think I speak for all of Iowa Hawkeye fandom. If with this, I heard the lunch squad ready. We're waiting for Kirk tries to start. Okay, Jim, we were just talking about this, and Martha both.
Yep.
Yes, we were just talking about this beforehand. I swear to God, anybody that's seen the movie, it will be a turning on the Emperor by the spectators in Gladiator Arena if Kirk decides to do this bullshit move that he's done multiple times in his career and go back to the starting quarterback. You can't do it. Like the offense,
can. Yes, he can.
He can,
Yes,
but
he
he's
can.
but that would be a moronic coaching move if he does so. The offense looks completely different. The team looks different. They respond to this guy. I feel like he's a better just visibly on-field leader. What he's doing to help his teammates, like in last week's game where he sprinted up, to block
Yep,
after he made
absolutely.
the pass.
Not a good idea, by the way.
Sure, but the guy's an athlete,
He
right?
is, and he wants to play, and he's having fun, and
Absolutely. And just watching what the defense has to honor.
Yep.
When he is back there and they're doing that, just a simple, whether it's an RPO, whether it's what they're doing, where he's just holding that handoff for Johnson, both defensive ends have to freeze.
Yep.
Linebackers are freeze. He gets opening up more lanes for Johnson, who, by the way, should be getting way more national fanfare for being second nationally in rushing, besides the guy at Boise State who's rushing against far inferior competition. He's a great running back, but Johnson should be getting more attention. But
that guy from Boise put up 200 against Oregon. That's what's gonna kill Johnson.
yeah, absolutely. But they're more, they're more wide open and whatnot.
Yeah,
but anyway,
no, I know.
The offense. We've been waiting. At least I've been waiting for a guy like this for years, and it's amazing to see. And yes, Tim,
he threw
I'm
for
done.
less than 100 yards. He didn't throw for a lot, but he was 7 or 10. I mean,
He
that's
didn't
makes
need
good
to.
decisions.
They ran for 329 yards.
I know.
I
They
mean,
didn't
my
need to,
God.
but he was 70% completion rate. I mean, come on.
In the rain.
In the rain. Yep.
He brings the dynamic, and I think you said it best. The team responds to him better than
Absolutely.
Cade.
They do.
And that has to account for something. Now, I won't be surprised if Ferentz does put what's his name back out. See, I forgot his name.
Yeah, he's already gone. He's already out of the memory.
But because as a starter, you're not supposed to lose your job from injury. However,
He lost his job.
Injury.
Yeah, exactly.
However,
Dude threw a pick six, and they pulled him out of the game. But now he's injured.
He should have lost his job not because of injury.
yeah.
How do you?
I agree.
And then the escapability. There was several times where he was back to pass, and instead of throwing a inadvisable pass into double coverage, Cade McNamara, he just took off. And the injury, I think last year, it's obviously messed with McNamara because he was running better last year before the injury, right? Which I understand. And I'm sure he's a nice kid. I'm sure he's a great guy. I don't want this to be like the scourge of McNamara. I'm just telling you, when you have a better player, play the better damn player. I mean, my word. We would honestly, after what I saw the last couple games, in my opinion, we would have one loss this year. One. Maybe to Ohio State. And we were even hanging with those guys, and McNamara was still not making good passing decisions. But I'm not going to be outlandish. But I'm telling you, Michigan State, different ball game. Iowa State with that lead, certainly a different ball game.
Certainly a different ball game.
So
Michigan State, we probably would have won. We came alive in the second half, but it was just bad tackling. That was bad.
well, I mean, but you always are asking the
defense is
defense
as bad as I've
three and
ever
out,
seen
three and out. What you saw in this game was the offense ready from the jump,
Right.
Instead of waiting to the second half to actually come on, do something, like poking them with a
Yep.
stick.
I
It
don't-
just from the jump.
Preach, brother, preach.
Yep, to the choir. We don't like to see him there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long road trip. It's UCLA.
UCLA on Friday.
Yeah. The UCLA somehow won last weekend,
Yep.
on Saturday. I watched part of that
Beat
game.
Nebraska.
Yeah,
Makes me happy.
well, I was hopeful that Nebraska would get bowl eligible. They got a good coach out there. They
do.
got it. They're turning things around.
Yeah.
So I'm not crying a river of tears over Nebraska losing. If they don't make another bowl again, I won't care.
I feel Tim is the reasonable one among us. I always sense this, Matt. Whenever we talk about other teams or whatever else, and maybe like our disdain for Nebraska, I have a lot of disdain for Iowa State in many respects. But I also at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, would I root for them a little bit? Sure, because they're in the state of Iowa, and that's fine, and it's cool. Tim is always the counterpoint of reason.
Well, if we all agreed, then what would
What fun would that be?
Exactly. So I just wanted to compliment you, Tim.
Thank you.
Very much so.
Well, I have family out there.
Yeah.
I've been to that stadium. I watched Iowa go, win the 12th game, go 12-0 for the regular season.
Yeah.
and I have family coming to this game this year, so I'm looking to get a space for them to come, and I will actually go up to that game and tailgate.
Yeah.
So
See,
I'm thinking about buying a way
and
up
my
there.
sister went there, and we have a group chat, in the family, and there's always a lot of crap talked around, what you mean, but it's, it's usually a little bit louder at the beginning, and then when Iowa generally wins, it's very quiet after that time. Yeah. At least it's quiet from that end. But it's so there's a little family rivalry.
They
there.
have more national championships than we do.
Sure.
Yeah, 30, 40 years ago.
Well, still more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to talk about the Cubs here in a little while too, aren't
Well,
you?
Yeah,
I'm not a
I mean,
Cubs
when
fan
you
either,
when
but-
you have 10 times the statute of limitations, I feel like your argument goes out the window at that point.
Well, Iowa State took a lump this last weekend.
Yeah.
They
At
kind of
home.
gave that up. Yeah, this goes to show you how hard it is to stay up week after week when there's high expectations. You're 7-0 or 8-0, whatever.
Yeah.
They were 7-0
7-0, I think.
and never had been 8-0. I think.
Right.
Who's the best team you think at the moment in time when they beat them that they've beaten so far? Iowa State. Do you think?
Well, that's tough.
That is, I don't know.
I don't know.
And that is the exact.
At that time,
thought,
I was
yeah.
a better team now.
I was a better team now. Yeah, for
But
sure.
at that time, I mean, Iowa choked it away, and
Yeah.
Iowa State took advantage and won.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely. And that's what I was worried about. And this is not a knock on Iowa State. I was worried about kind of a little bit of fool's gold because it's like they're a good team. Like there's no question about it. They're a good football team. You can't be at some point 7-0 if you're not a good football
Right.
team. You're not. I just feel like that there was some cards that have fallen. I feel the same way about Kansas City this year, right? In a few different games. Like there's several games like probably shouldn't have squeaked that one out, whatever else. Like are they unbeaten? Yes. Do I feel like that
They're saying now they could be undefeated.
yeah, well, but again, you said it best a second ago, like how hard it is to remain that way. I mean,
It's hard.
they'll lose a game to a team this year that they have no business losing a game, just like they did a couple years ago to the Colts. Like it'll happen.
So back to Iowa State. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back. I don't know their schedule. I really don't know if they've got anything difficult left. But
They should
they are
be-
now out, just like that. They're out of the playoff talk.
Not necessarily.
No,
Right
So
now.
they can still win. So
For
they're
the
gonna
moment,
be,
they
they're
can
gonna
still
be
win.
favored in all the remaining games. And if they win the Big 12, they're automatically in.
True.
But even with one loss, I don't know. I think one loss makes it tough because the Big 12 is not looked at very highly in
Yeah.
the rankings. But,
It is not.
But it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
But yeah,
If it were to start today, they're done.
They took a big dent this weekend. Yeah,
Indeed.
without question. Without question.
And I can't let this go. We got to talk Iowa wrestling.
Yep, they won.
They won easily. There are 10 duels. They won 8 of them.
Yep.
One was a little closer than maybe we'd hoped. Maybe you have those details right in front of you.
I got who won and lost. Nelson Brands, is that who you're talking about?
Well, now I expected that one to be
that
kind
was
of close.
that was 2-1. He won. But anyway, Joey Cruz at 125. We're gonna have a problem at 125. I think.
We're going to be hurting there.
He lost. Drake put it on a show at 133. He won by tech. Ryder Block was 5-4 at 141. Kyle Parco, who was new, he won 5-1. Caleb Rachi, he lost by major. That's going to be another.
We got another guy there.
Is that teamer?
Yep.
Right. So he didn't wrestle. Caliendo won by tech. Nelson Brands won 2-1. Gabe Arnold won by tech. He's going to be fun to watch. Buchanan won 9-2, and Keeter won 10-4.
We're pretty solid lineup. It's going to be very difficult to
Unseat.
compete with
State.
Penn State. It just is. They're just tough. But if I could give one talk to the wrestling team, it would be stop being so cerebral. Quit thinking.
Yep.
Just go.
Just go pound
Impose your
people.
will.
Yep.
And if you get caught, okay, you get caught. Get the hell out of it,
Yep.
and then get back to your plan,
Which is what Tom and Terry did.
yeah, yeah. I heard some interviews after that meet, and they were talking specifically about Nelson, saying, "Well, guys aren't going to let him do this or do that. Well, he's got to find a different way to do this or do that.
Yep.
So just go score points, guys. Just go score points. They're home this weekend.
I'm going 1:00 Saturday.
I'll be there. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm gonna miss
No, I have a place Friday night. So
I know
the
I'm
football
going to
team.
miss something somewhere.
I need to go to a wrestling match with you guys.
Come this weekend.
I,
1 o'clock Saturday.
I unfortunately cannot. I'll have my children, but one of
bring
these,
them.
but one of these times. Well, my oldest might be down with it, but my youngest not as much. But
much.
he'd be a little overwhelmed. But yeah, it's. I was talking with Dodie the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, we get you set up with some tickets, whatever else." And I was like, "Well, that'd be kind of fun, because
He can probably get you better tickets than.
I mean, the way he described them, it does seem like they would seem nice, to say the least. But it's, I was talking to, because Clay Eaton's a really good friend of mine, and obviously, like, he is all things that is wrestling. And Jeff McNahoo. Also, there's an invitation on the table apparently for you, Matt, for Pasadena.
Yeah, I'll tell that story when we come back from break.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, so I'd like to do that. It would just be cool to see you guys in your passionate arena.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be cool. I feel like I would learn a lot.
You would.
And then when I have questions, I'd be like, well, okay, what's this? And you'd be like, well, that's it would make it, I believe, come alive to me even more. So
It'd be good. It'd be good. I'm excited for that season to get started. We need to take a break, don't we? Yeah. Nikki? Thanks. We'll be right back, folks.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Ahoy, morning breathers! Welcome back to our Monday. This we knew this was going to be a long one. I mean, we're going to go long because
it's all right.
when we get to Monday, we've got a lot to talk about.
This has been several days off. We got a lot to discuss.
Well, and then with all the sports, we haven't even scratched basketball, NCAA basketball, which starts today.
Today.
Yep.
So the rankings are out. And the men, Iowa State men are ranked 5th.
Yep.
And the women are ranked 8th.
Yep.
Iowa women not anywhere even in a breath of the top 20.
So I think they will be.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Don't sell us short.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think they will be.
That girl that transferred in.
Yeah, no,
Lucy
she can hoop. She can play.
She's a baller.
Well, I'll tell you. So last week when we played Northwestern Iowa football, so I had some time. We got there to the tailgate really early, so I was walking around. I went into Carver because Carver's open on game days, and some of the girls were out there shooting. Kylie Feuerbach, I think, was out there, but the Ava Hayden, who's his freshman center. Now she was going. It was just practice, and it wasn't even a scrimmage. She just was taking shots. She's gonna be a problem. She's good down there, and she was making some moves on some guys that were. Making some moves on some guys, not like that.
Whoa, whoa!
So, but the
Basketball
whatever, the gray
moves.
team, whatever. She's gonna be a problem for some people down there.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch them again.
Yes.
Legendary coach Bluter is gone, but
Yep.
replaced by The next legendary
coach Dan Jensen.
Dan Jensen, yeah.
So you were talking about. I was thinking about just people playing while other games are playing. The Rusty is the Rusty Toolbox game between the managers. It was great to see Iowa just beat the crap out of Wisconsin twice in one weekend. So you've seen this, right? So the managers of the football teams play a flag football game on the night before. On Fridays. And they play for the toolbox, right? So the game is for a different trophy, right? But their game is for this Rusty Toolbox, and the Iowa's managers beat the crap out of Wisconsin's football managers in this game. So they just took them down twice in one weekend.
I'm glad we take everything so serious.
Everything.
Did you see the TV guys talking about the bowl is what they played for?
Yeah.
And that one of the TV guys thought I was a pig.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to get that guy to a farm.
You're like, you're like, can I introduce you to the Floyd of Rosedale trophy?
That's actually a
pig, but not against them.
That's a different game. That's a different game.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. So you had some.
So the quick version of this is when Iowa in 1990, and so the 1991 Rose Bowl, they went to the Rose Bowl, and I was my freshman year in college, so I was 18 years old, and my mom and stepdad said, we're going to the Rose Bowl. We bought an RV. You gonna come with us to the Rose Bowl? Absolutely, I want to go to the Rose Bowl. Little did I know that a 94-hour RV ride to California with my parents when you're 18 is not near as much fun as you think it might be. And we had problems with the RV. It was a used RV. We get to Los Angeles, Pasadena area, and we had muffler problems. And we played football with a rock in a parking lot where they spent hours overcharging to fix an exhaust system that probably wasn't really broken.
Played football with a rock
because we had nothing else to do. We were hours in a parking lot.
My question is, you didn't have a football?
No. I don't know why. Good question. Valid point. No, we just played catch with a rock.
You didn't have to remember your phone.
We did not.
So you could have at least remembered a football.
So anyway, it was quite the trip, and we got beat, and we couldn't find a parking spot, which actually turned out okay because they let us. We drove around the stadium so many times. Somebody felt bad for us and let us park like right next to the stadium.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that was good. But on the way home, it's like it's time to go home, and we get to, I can't remember where we were, Texas or Oklahoma, and we're on the way back, and my mom and stepdad had been driving, and they're like, we got to pull over and rest for a little bit, and I said, nope, I'm driving. So I got behind the wheel at like midnight, and they woke up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're like in Nebraska, because I'm like, we're not freaking stopping.
You were rolling.
We're not. We are not going to stop this thing right now. We're going home.
That's a long drive.
So I drove through Nebraska in the middle of the night, because I was not going to spend another day.
You missed all the beautiful scenery as you crossed Nebraska.
Exactly.
Yeah. What did you look at?
Yeah, well, it looked straight ahead and put the gas down. It's like, we're going home. It's time to go home.
Were they checking the mileage? Boy, the mileage just went to hell when you were driving.
They're like, where are we? And I'm like, I don't know. I think we went like 900 miles while you were sleeping. I'm not sure.
Like, I'm just rolling.
We're not stopping. So that's the joke, because she knows I'm not going anywhere near Pasadena.
Especially not in an RV.
Especially not an RV. I will say that the RV they have now is much nicer and much better. It would be probably a better trip.
Probably drives itself.
Drives itself.
Well, you've got televisions in them now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we took a TV as one of those little plug-in portable ones with the VCR on it, and it broke immediately.
We could do morning breath live from the Rose Bowl. You know what I mean?
From the Rose Bowl on Friday morning.
Morning breath.
Yeah, I'm not going to Pasadena. So,
well, we're going to take the corporate jet if we go.
Corporate
jet.
Do we have one of those?
Well,
it's also sponsored by KCTC. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
She did say we could borrow. Yeah. Okay. Anything else we need to cover this weekend? Anybody hellos up
Lots
there
of
or
hellos.
anything?
I might have missed some. Jeff, Jimmy, Mom, Denise, Paula.
Stacy in the chat
Yeah,
today.
my wife is saying she'll go with my mom. And you know what? You two can go. Have fun. I'll be watching on TV. Not going.
Where do you want to go? What's in the road? What's at the road? Oh,
That's
this
Iowa
weekend.
plays this weekend.
No, I'm with it. Well, I was thinking
Welcome back.
Are you caught
Welcome
up?
back to.
Okay, you got me. Gosh dang it, Arkansas, the team I'm rooting for.
Yeah, they
They didn't look so good. No. Their quarterback is freaking good though.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I saw the
I watched a little bit, and it just got too much to bear.
Yeah.
so then I was flicking back between Iowa State and whoever and Nebraska.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Another real quick.
Yeah.
On that Ohio State game you're talking about that Iowa won 55-24.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't going to go, didn't have a ticket. It was rainy. We were going to get beat. Doug, my stepdad, calls and says, come on up. He goes, at least tailgate. And I'm like, I don't even want to go tailgate. It's rainy. It's crappy. We're going to get beat. I don't want to do it. He talked me into going up to tailgate. I went up, and he went and scalped me a ticket. Didn't tell me, but he went out and scalped me a ticket and says, here you go. And I said, I don't even want to go. I don't want to go to the game. And so I went, and I said, but if I'm not here after the games, because I left at halftime, I'm not dealing with this. And so
Freeze frame. He did not leave at halftime.
did not leave at halftime. I ended up sitting on the other side of the stadium, away from everybody, didn't know anybody, and there was a whole bunch of Ohio State people, a whole family of Ohio State people, and one guy that was married to a girl, but the girl and her whole family were there, and the son-in-law, whatever, the guy, he was an Iowa fan, but everybody else was an Ohio State fan, and so we ended up sitting next to each other.
Oh, that's
See, now
beautiful.
that'd be fun.
And
That's beautiful.
He was in big trouble by the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were having a great time.
And they were not.
And they were not at all.
Not at all.
So anyway, I was not going to go to that game. But I
Was
did.
it just like from that pick six, from the beginning of the game, it's just like here? Well, yeah. And as the great Tony Romo would say, here we go, Jim.
Here we go. So anyway, I was at that game, but not because I wanted to. Just because it happened. And
You're like, I will do this under protest.
under protest. But I went, and it was
And
good.
enjoyed the hell
I'm
out of it.
glad I went.
Very good. Okay, well, let's take our final break, and we'll get back and get set for the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Hello, welcome back. We don't know what's going on today. It's Monday.
Commercial down.
Monday.
The commercial just went dark, and now we're back. So, I do want to mention that tomorrow, this election BS finally ends. So go to the polls.
Is that tomorrow?
Please go vote.
I was like, what? Hold on.
I'm joking.
I did. Yeah, I've voted already, so
Same.
that was good.
Yep.
I won't have to deal with any long lines tomorrow.
Yes.
But very important that one expresses their preference, whatever that is. Just go vote. That's what's important.
Vote.
All right, Matt, you want to get set for the day?
Sure. 7:44 a.m. It is the 4th day of November. It is my sister Jennifer's birthday, and she's probably not watching.
Yeah,
so
but happy birthday,
whatever.
Jennifer.
Happy birthday, Jennifer. Thanks for not
Mom,
watching.
please tell her we said happy
Yeah,
birthday.
exactly. Today, temperature right now 62 across the board. Cloudy today with occasional rain chances. Showers and thunderstorms possible tonight. A high of
62 like everywhere?
Right. Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, Washington.
Oh, those three. Okay.
Probably.
When you said
everywhere.
across the board, I just
Probably
like from
everywhere.
coast to coast.
62, and we have
62.
Nixon here with the heat on with a hoodie.
You
High of
wait till it
67
gets
today.
hot.
Yeah, it can get hot in here.
It will get hot.
Yeah. Things to do in Fairfield, Piece by Piece, a documentary of Pharrell Williams told through Lego Animation. We'll be playing today and tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. I don't know. It's whatever.
Background music provided by the community band. Okay.
Starting at 7 p.m. at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center, presented by Cinema Fairfield. Mount Pleasant on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays through November. You can escape the Nature Center at Oakland Mills. You must register at mycountyparks.com. So they've set up an escape room.
I'm okay. That's what that is. Okay,
It's an
that's
escape room.
okay. Because I thought it was like escape the nature, like you want to get away from nature. I was like, I want to be in nature.
They
I
have
don't want
set
to
up a 1 hour escape room.
Ah,
experience.
okay.
So it actually sounds kind of cool. I've never done an escape room, but it sounds interesting.
It can be
in Iowa City.
It can be kind of difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's probably my thing. I'd be like, all right, I'll just sit here for an hour and then come get me. But whatever.
It's a nice quiet time.
It's a quiet time. It's like nobody can get in. I can't get out. It's all good. Tomorrow, the Westchester Community Church Election Night Supper will be from 5 to 7.
God, they've been doing that for years.
They have been at the church in Westchester. And this day in history, here's what Tim, you were talking about earlier. On this day in 2016, after trailing in the series 3-1, the Chicago Cubs defeated the Cleveland Indians to capture the franchise's first World Series in 108 years. The extra inning game 7, which was interrupted by rain delay, had started November 2nd, but went into the early hours on November 3rd.
That was such a spectacular day. I was in Chicago for work and was staying downtown, and you should have seen the cover charges that were being charged just for someone to go in a bar just to watch the game. It was unbelievable. I had to throw away the suit that I was wearing. Because when they won, when that last out was made, from third to first, and then when the play was done, the bartenders were on the bar spraying everyone with champagne. I mean, I have never seen such a party because obviously it was in Cleveland where they actually clinched it, but the fans were out. The trains were shut down in Chicago. People were just walking everywhere, like grown men, like sobbing, crying, hugging other grown men in the streets that you could tell they didn't even know. Like it was. I didn't go to bed till like 4:45 in the morning, and I was supposed to teach a class the next day to like 50 people, and we all showed up that day, and we were all in the same space. We canceled half the training, and everyone was just sitting around because there's all these people from Chicago and everything. All they wanted to do was talk Cubs and the game and whatever else, and then we did, and we were there for a couple of days. Got out of town just before the parade, and that was such a cool moment in history. And I'm not even like a Cubs fan. My dad is, but yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. It was a really special time.
Well. A lot of these teams, when they win, they decide to burn down the town.
Yeah.
Los Angeles did.
Yeah.
So,
that's,
there you go.
Makes complete and utter sense. Let's start new.
God help us if Philadelphia ever wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Celebration riots. Because that's a thing. All right. Did you guys hear about this over the weekend? A truck loaded with thousands of copies of Roget's Thesaurus. Thesaurus?
Thesaurus.
The fact that you can't pronounce the pronunciation. Okay, all right.
Thesaurus.
This is very, very clever.
It crashed on the highway over the weekend, and it dumped the books everywhere.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Witnesses were
awful,
stunned, startled, aghast, taken aback, stupefied, confused, shocked, rattled, dazed, bewildered, surprised, awed.
The list goes on and on. I'm sure.
Dumbfounded and flabbergasted.
That's the point of the joke, Tim.
I know. I get it. Oh, John. Remember, I'm the sensible one. Well, what? Yeah. Something else say?
So no. Jeff did. He said being a Hog fan is not like a Hawkeye fan. And you notice I didn't bring up Arkansas. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm a follower, and I'm a big fan of your quarterback. He got hurt, but I don't know how bad. So, Jeff, we can talk about that another time because we are running long. We got
Nick's
yawning.
Nicky G's over here.
I'm telling you, because the heat's on and he's asleep in his Snuggie over there.
He's in a Snuggie. Turn your camera on, Nick. All right, we must go. Happy Monday, everybody. Go out and make sure you ahoy your way through today.
What an ending.
Why not?
And we'll be back tomorrow. Well, I don't know if John will be here or not, but we will. Somebody will be here. So have a great Monday. See you tomorrow.